The feeling of uncertainty is upon us all, but we chat to family therapist Talya Ressel, who will inform us about how to handle uncertainty and use this time for growth and success. Welcome back to The Loft, Talya.
Thank you. Thanks for having me again.
Talya, in times of uncertainty, what are some of the ways in which we cope?
Well, I think that there's a whole range of different ways in which we respond. So basically, with uncertainty, we are faced with the reality that we all try and ignore and pretend it's not there. But the reality is that things are beyond our control. Even though we think this is how things should be, it doesn't end up being that way. And this time of uncertainty makes us face that. And so we get the fight, flight, or freeze response. So some people want to run away and hide. Some people just become frozen, stuck in it, and feel like they can't make a next move. And for some others, they get the sense that they now want to fight and rage against what's been going on. And I think that it's important that we acknowledge there's so much stress going on. This time of uncertainty is really not just minor stress. It really is a lot that we're facing. And the different responses, some is going to push us forward for some of us, and for others, this is going to be a time where we just are not able to perform in the way we normally do.
Look, we have to respect both sides of the spectrum here, Talya, in this discussion. But for those of us who want to see us moving forward and we want to push through, how can we then use these challenges to push us forward rather than holding us back?
Absolutely. Look, Pali, I think the best thing that we can try and do is to make peace with this is how it is for now. Not hold on to the idea of how we think it should be or that this isn't what we expected it to be, because it is what it is. So people who are going to use this to propel forward, to gain some resilience and sort of bounce back from this, they're able to stop. They're able to see what's going on and reassess, like be flexible, be able to change, right? This isn't how I wanted it to be, but now in order to go forward, I can do X or I can do Y.
Talya, you have spoken about resilience as a key to success. How do we develop that in ourselves?
Okay, so for me, who loves a good analogy, think about it this way, Pali. We can't control the weather, especially not here in Cape Town. So we don't have control over that. But what we do have control over is how we dress for the weather. Are we going to be warm enough? Are we going to be dry? All those sorts of things. That's the same with resilience. We can't control what's going to happen, but we can control and have some input on how we respond. And resilience is bouncing back from when we face some adversity or difficulty, and not just bouncing back. It's taking that lesson on and growing from it. So I mean, I know I can speak for myself with resilience. It's been when I'm going through a hard time and faced with some real challenges, and I've had to say to myself, right, okay, it is what it is. There's no way around it. I have to go through it. How do I now go through this in a way that allows me to grow from it? It's not, I want to stress, it's not about ignoring or pretending that bad things aren't happening or just ignoring it, but it's reframing it, Pali. It's looking at, okay, this is what I can't do, but what can I do? And giving yourself little things, little daily tasks that you can accomplish.
Now, Talya, throughout the show today, we're speaking to South Africans that are excelling within the global space, and we're celebrating them and finding out their tips and tricks as to how they're dealing with this uncertainty. I mean, for sure, they are uncertain to when next they'll see their families, and a lot of us can relate to that. So what tips do you have for people who are dealing with uncertainty and still want to pursue their goals?
My biggest thing would be to let yourself feel that. It's called being vulnerable. Okay, so with resilience, we grow resilience when we are able to be vulnerable, not as a weakness. So to be able to say, you know what, I do miss my family, and I am really unsure, I'm really scared right now. So you're acknowledging what you're feeling. And then instead of just falling to pieces, you're saying, all right, but this is what I can do in this moment. So I encourage people, give yourself small tasks. Don't go for perfectionism. Don't say, right, I need to break the glass ceiling at work, and just break it down. Today, I'm going to do something that's going to look after me. So in little steps like that, be kind to yourself. So this is a stressful time. This is really uncertain. And in those moments, don't let that inner critic come out and stop you, because sometimes we are so incredibly hard on ourselves that we don't even get to fail because we don't even start to try. One last thing that I do want to leave your viewers with is that, for resilience, what it does have to take is we've got to have the courage, the power to just show up. Just show up, even if you might fail, even if you might make a mistake. But just getting up there, trying to do it, that is what resilience is. It's not about the success or the outcome. It's about showing up.
Thank you so much, Talya Ressel. You are a family therapist, but it does seem as if you're helping each and every person, even if they're alone, living and dealing with COVID-19 and what has to come at the other side of that rainbow. Thank you for keeping us positive and keeping us focused. We appreciate it. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, there you have it, South Africa, reminding us that whether you've got goals, it is not too late, and you don't have to use this uncertainty to dictate your way forward. Head over to our social media platforms, please, South Africa, if you've got a goal that you want to achieve regardless of what's going on around you. But remember to use that hashtag, Afternoon Express.